Man, Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Teofimo Lopez said he may not be fighting Lomachenko next because he is refusing to fight Lomachenko without fans. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfella Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And financially, I think they can make that fight without fans. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's still gonna sell on pay-per-view though, but both of those fighters ain't touching, the money that Wilder and Fury remotely is touching. They're not gonna touch the money that Earl and Danny is touching as well neither. So that's something to look at as well too. So I mean, T.O. probably need the energy, and they say, Eddie Hearn was saying that it may be years before he ever do another event at Madison Square Garden or in New York City until it clear up because it was so bad and how closed in New York City is. So New York City will probably be one of the last economies and business, situation to open back up. So you probably won't be seeing that fight there, and that'll be a win for Lomachenko to drag it over to the West Coast. But T.O. got people, he trained in Vegas. He got people in Vegas, he got supporters out there in Southern California, and they going to support him down there in Texas too versus Lomachenko. So it really don't matter from that aspect. Now, is this a way to get out the fight? I mean, no, I don't think it is. I think you want to fight with the fans. You want to fight with that energy. You don't want to fight in an empty arena, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do because it's a double-edged sword here. If you don't fight them now, then you saying you having trouble making the weight, and you were moving up immediately after the fight, then the fight never going to happen. And now fans going to say, oh, you ducked the fight, or he T.O. the reason why the fight didn't happen. All Lomachenko got to say is I'll fight with or without fans. I'm going to beat your ass regardless. And then he going to have the court of the public opinion going to be in his side of the room and shit. Or his side, and it's going to be in history that Teofimo Lopez ducked that fade. But I don't believe he's trying to duck. I think he's speaking facts, but can he sit there, not do nothing, have an interim or a tune-up fight, and the IBF order mandatory, it's like hotcakes. It's a title limiter between Lee Selby and George Camboso. So he might get an interim fight, and then he might have to have a mandatory, and then he got to fight Loma. According to him, he can't fight 3 more times or another year at 135. He going to have to take it how he get it. You know what I'm saying? How you go to Little Caesars and you get that hot ready. And it's already made. They might put some buttered parm on there, but it come how it come. Or you can order a piece and wait. But, hey, it come how it come. You might have to fight them without fans. You know what I'm saying? And then that be what it be. And you put on ESPN, you have a whole bunch of people tuning in, watching them fight. But, before they put more fans in the stadium, it might be a while. It may be a while before they do a large gatherings again. They say in 2021. Was they doing large gathering from other video in November, December, January, February, and half of March? Yes, the coronavirus been here for a very, very long time now. It's a lot of people that died from the coronavirus back, late last year, and they said it was the flu, or they said it was pneumonia, or whatever the situation may be. They've been lying. But as far as, if the fight don't happen, it don't happen. It's not going to make or break Teofimo Lopez's career. I'll just tell you that right now. People going to say he ducked, that talking all that shit. But he's, he don't want to fight without fans in the arena. That's going to affect his money or that's going to affect the energy. Then, he got to move up and do something else. But he can still go on and fight Devin Haney, and people, forget about Lomachenko. Lomachenko needed this fight as far as a landmark or a credible win because he don't have no credible wins. Fighting Rigondeaux and having him move up 2 weight class, that ain't credible. Fighting Miguel Moraga for loss, that ain't credible. Fighting Nicholas Walters that he sat out a year, that ain't credible. And Bob Arum fucking his career up. Donaire fought the Axeman. That was just Nicholas Walters who Lomachenko fought. Fight beating Linares and getting dropped, that's not credible. Pedraza's not credible. Gary Russell was a prospect with 20 bum bashes. That's not a credible. That's his best win. But that's not a credible win that's going to get you to the Hall of Fame. They're going to put him in the Hall of Fame because of his skin color and how he moves so fast in 15, 16, 17 fights. But he lost to Orlando Salido. He didn't stop Jose Pedraza. He struggled with Pedraza just a tad bit. He beat up an old Rocky Martinez that Mikey had already beat up, and Salido went to war with a few times. See how they got a different set of rules for Lomachenko and then Crawford? They sit here and dissect Crawford career, but he beat Gamboa. Gamboa was better than Linares ever was. And that's a fact. Victor Postal better than anybody that at that weight that Lomachenko beat. Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao. People want to backtrack on that. Come on. Crawford barely lose rounds most of the time. But hey, subjected to what people believe. But as far as T.O., I really wanted to see that fight. Hopefully T.O. changes his mind, or they put a couple more dollar signs, a couple more dollars on top of his pot with Lomachenko. I hope that he do change his mind and make that fight happen. But is he gonna be considered a ducker? People who don't like him and like him brash and talking, this fight, they gonna be calling him his daddy of duckers. But I just don't think he can sit out, and not do nothing. He already bid. And wait a whole nother year for the economy to open back up and fight Loma. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, bro. And Loma not moving up. So, and like I said, the IBF got strict mandatory. So he's going to just sit there for another 3 fights. And if he can do it, he can do it. But you don't want no built-in excuses. Oh, I couldn't make the weight. People going to say, well, Loma's too small for 35. So that even it out. But I'd rather be too small for a weight class than be too big for a weight class and busting at the seams. But like I said, he got to look at it as far as, sacrifice. If there ain't no fans going to be, there's going to be fans there, supporting you at the crib. So he got to take that fight. You know what I'm saying? It can't be on pay-per-view at this point. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it on free TV or put it on ESPN Plus or something like that. But they got to make that fight happen, man. But it'd be interesting if they put it in an empty arena or they put it in the live studio. It really ain't going to have that same feel. It's going to have a sparring feel to it. With the commission there, and it's gonna have a sparring feel to it, like a few people in the gym. But Loma he stand wherever he at. I think he might be back in the Ukraine or some shit like that. So it might be a travel ban on him. So we'll see if they kind of a little bit lenient with some of these mandatory defenses. But I really do think the kid got the goods to beat him. But the experience is always something, bro. You go back to Anthony Yard. One time I went against the experienced fighter with Kovalev. I went with Anthony Yard. And Yard inexperience showed, his ability not to touch Kovalev's body and headhunt was the reason he lost that fight. Had he went back to the body and touched the body, and just attacked the body and then came back upstairs, he would have been WBO title holder and Canelo would have never jumped up to 175 to fight him. So when you talk about situations like that, man, that's experience, And T.O. got to know, he's a fantastic fighter, but he got to know that, you don't want to sit here and fight this guy or box this guy. You want to sit there and you want to make it a fight. You want to push him on his back foot. You want to work the body. You want to get rough with this guy. If I'm him, and he listening, I doubt if he is. If I'm him, I'm definitely bringing in fucking Orlando Salido in my camp when this clear up. I'm bringing Salido in. I'll have Salido walk me to the ring. I'll have Salido watch Lomachenko wrap his hands out of play some mental games with him. I had Salido showing me his angles and showing me some of the things he did, touching him on the hip, touching him, with the overhand rights and left, touching him how to show the body and how to erase the ankles. That's how you erase angles with guys like Pacquiao, how he dance around you, or how Loma come downhill and use angles and box you. You erase the angles by erasing the distance between you and the fighter. That's how, Madonna did with Floyd and Castillo did with Floyd. Instead of Floyd dancing and boxing around you, you don't give him that opportunity to freely move you close the distance. But you got to be able to take some punishment doing that. You got to come behind the jab. You got to move your head a little bit. And you got to be prepared to, fight on the inside, hold and work the body. And, then that's how you send the message. But I'm still excited for the fight. Hopefully the fight get made. But seemed like, kind of, if it's logical and T.O. really can't fight at that weight no more, it seemed like Teofimo Lopez is going to have to just move up. Loma won't fight him and move up. So it's either going to be fight him in the studio, fight him in the empty arena, or it's going to be, just move up and wait, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I put that article link from Boxing Scene in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description to reach out to me. You got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And let me know what you guys think. Would you take Lopez and Lomachenko in an empty arena, or you would just rather wait until people come into the arena, or, you know, would you call T.O. a ducker if he didn't fight him and moved up to 40 because of the arena situation and the weight situation? Let me know what you guys think. And check out our boxing news, boxing rumor playlist. And I appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video.